Hey there everyone, 𝘁𝗵𝗵𝗿, physical therapist with Run Smart Online. Came to the clinic quick. I'm actually on a grocery run. I'm probably going to get in trouble for this. But I came to the clinic quick because I wanted to show you something. We had someone comment in our members only Facebook group about weakness on one side. She didn't really realize it at first, but I want to share that post with you. And then I'm actually going to teach you a simple at-home strength test and balance test that can help you determine if you have one leg stronger than the other. Because if you have this imbalance where like the right side is stronger than the left or vice versa, it will plague your running in 2020. It'll definitely make a big difference. So I'll show you that test in a minute. I want to show you this post that we got, and it'll help you kind of see where this is coming from. Hold on one sec here. So this is from Kathleen. She started base 3. I'll give you kind of one of our strength programs, base 3, and then she had the short of it is, and you can read this and pause it, is she had strength issues on one side, and I talk about up in here. She's talking about the fact that she feels she did one of our workouts and she was sore just on one side. I believe it was her right side of her body, and she's like, well, I'm not sure why I'm overly sore. It's like that workout sore that she was after we had her do some lunges and stuff in one of our strength programs, but she wasn't sore on both sides. So then it got me thinking, like, this is pretty common in the clinic. A lot of people have weakness on one side versus the other for a variety of reasons. And I actually use a test in the clinic that I want to show you, and you can do right from home. It doesn't matter. I'm actually in jeans, so you can do this now in jeans if you wanted to, or whatever you're wearing or not wearing. But try this test out. It will definitely help you understand if one side's weaker than the other. Really big for people who are struggling on one side of the body, like they have like constant injuries in their right side or left side, or just it's good to know before you get into this training season. Real quick before I show you this test, the end of 2019, as we're closing our 50% off offer for the strength programs that help address these things. So if you're someone who wants stronger glutes, better balance, stronger core, go to the link in this post. It's runsmart2020.com, and you can try those and get up to 50% discount on that. So let me show you this test quick. All right, so I'm just going to use this step here. At home, hopefully this is going to be all in frame. At home, you can use the step at your stairwell. You can go to the gym and use something. It's really important that you do this properly, because if you don't do it right, you're just going to cheat. So here's what you're going to do. There's two ways to do this. I'll show you the first one now. You're just going to approach the bottom step at home, and you're going to put your foot on it. Now this is where it's really important you do this properly. What we're going to ask you to do is to generate force from the leg that's on the step. This has to do all the work. And you're going to step up and balance. And then on the way down, you're going to put your foot down and bring it back down. Now here's how you're going to tell if you have an imbalance on one side or the other. You got to make sure you don't cheat. A lot of people will push off this bottom foot, and what are you doing with that? When you're supposed to be generating all the force here, you're going to launch from your calf on that downside. So you're going to be helping here. So here's how you do this properly. You have to lift off a flat foot. So you're going to have your leg here. You're going to keep this foot flat and almost stand on the heel, if anything. Come up and march. And on the way down, don't reach with the toe. You're going to come down and put that foot down nice and flat. I don't even know if I'm still in the frame when I get to the top of this thing. It doesn't matter. What you would do is you would just come up, balance, and put the foot back down. I don't want to see you guys like doing one of those things where you let gravity take over. It's all about control. By going sideways, we'll be looking at a little bit more glute strength, but overall whole leg strength. So what you would do, up and march, and then back down, putting it down. If you're like this on the step and you can't balance, that's a signal that you have some balance to work on. But what you would do is you do 20 times on each side, put it down flat, up. I like to have the hands on the hips, because when you do this stuff, you're just kind of cheating your balance. We want to look at the balance in the legs, so lock those hands on your hips and back down. So what you would do is you do 20 on the right side, and then what you would do is you come to the other side. The step height has to be the same. You would not do that. You would be here, up and march, and then put it back down flat. I don't want to see you launching up or squatting down before you come up. It's just a strict fire of that leg, 20 times, put it down flat. Up to a march, put it down flat. After 20 reps, you're going to find that like, wow, my left side I'm all over the place. I can't find my balance on my left or my right side. And then you'll be just looking grossly at, when I did 20 on my right, how did it feel compared to the other side? And if you notice a big difference on one side or the other, that's a huge indication that you're going to get hurt and that you're going to have bad performances that are going to be really disappointed on race day because of that weakness. So what you would do is you would just turn this into the exercise, right? It's the test and the exercise. So if you know your left side is weaker, then you would just, without cheating and launching, you would just work on turning this into your exercise to make those even. You're still going to do both sides. If you're weak on your left, it's not going to continue to build it in balance. If you do both sides, that's fine to do. The key thing is targeting it. I'm going to show you the other variation here in a second. But again, if you're feeling really off balance with this, go to RunSmart 2020. Those are the strength workouts I use to help runners fix a lot of these issues. Just like that runner who I talked about who was just sore on one side of her body, he just her one hamstring was sore. She did the exercises on both sides. It means that her sore side couldn't keep up. And that's the stuff you're looking to fix. So we did sideways. The other way to do it as well is coming from the front. So up and march, making sure you're not pushing off, and then putting the foot down controlled and flat. Hands on the hips, just like I mentioned before, and then coming back down. 20 on each side. Ways to vary this. If you get through this and you're like, wow, that was pretty easy, then both sides have the strength to do this height. If you go to the gym, you can get a little bit higher of a height of step, and you can start looking at, okay, a 10-inch step versus an 8-inch step. At 10 inches, does one side fail or does the other side fail? This stuff will make a huge difference for you by just identifying where you're weak. Bad balance, weak glutes, and weak cores will get you hurt, and it will trash your training in 2020. So if you're looking ahead to 2020 and you got that flag on the ground and you're like, I'm going to start training for this race, just make sure you're consistent right now, but also fix up some of these things. It's a perfect time to fix your strength. If you want help with the exercises of how to fix this, just go to RunSmart 2020. We have our workouts 50% off for the rest of the year. You can also join the training center at a discount and get all access to all of those. But simple test, get off the couch, give it a try. Let me know in the comments how you do if you have one side weaker than the other. It's a very simple test to try out. All right, guys, I'm off to the grocery store where I'm supposed to be, and I hope everyone has a great day. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.